It won't start, man.
Man, blow on it, man. Come on. Get this thing going. I'm all day. I have to be back at work in like 15 minutes.
There we go. Hey everybody, thank you for checking out another episode of Quickcharge TV. Not your average video game show, that's for sure. I'm your host, Reed Price, with my main man, Thomas O'Donnell III, also known as Tom O'Donnell. We have a lot of fun playing video games, we're very passionate about it. Later on in the show, me and Tom go head to head in a weird, obscure puzzle game, and the loser of this in our Crank Gaming segment has to call somebody, and the winner gets to choose who they call, what they have to say. That's always a lot of fun. Tom, what else we got going on today?
We're going to be playing some video games with some old people. We're going to lure them in, some dried up mango, maybe some prunes, and we're going to get them to play video games. They're all going to be like, I don't know how to play this. I'm 87 years old. Why did you even give this to me? And it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be, guaranteed.
Getting screamed at. Stay tuned for Quickcharge TV. Welcome to another segment of the Help the Gamer with Tom O'Donnell, everybody. Today, we're going to be playing a game called Swordplay. But first, you got to warm up. And what I like to do to warm up for a segment like this is I like to think all my favorite movies that involve swords in it and act them out accordingly. First off, Braveheart. They might take our wives, but they'll never take our freedom! Boom! 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 English heads flying all around! Bam! Second off, Star Wars. Jar Jar Binks is talking in here. Cut his head right off! He's the most annoying character in that whole movie. Pretend you're Darth Vader.
I'm gonna cut my son's hand off.
Boom! You cut Luke's hand off.
Nice hand, no hand.
Right? Let's get to the game. My first day at work, this guy walks up to me and says, "So I hear you're a comedian. You're gonna get a lot of material here." I'm like, yeah, just watch you eat flakes of ham sandwiches and talk about bang your fat wife. Sounds like a hoot. Sad thing about that is I work with my dad. I went to the Humber School of Comedy in 2006. Did my first set at the Toronto Yuck Yucks. Puked beforehand, puked after. Still managed to make out with 3 girls after the show. A lot of people don't do well on their first show. I slayed it, and just been a non-stop freight train ever since. This next thing's kind of hard for me to talk about, but I've been getting kind of chubby lately. Been going through a bit of a chubby spell. I don't know why they call that a spell. It's not like some witch walked up and went, "Alakazam, man boobs, Alakazoo, you can't see your penis." Nope, never happened. I'd have to be playing Mortal Kombat down in New Brunswick with my cousin Merrill. He beat me. I think he was using Johnny Cage. He did the splits move and punched me right in the junk. And I got pretty upset and I ripped his earring out. Got in some pretty big trouble for that, actually. It's gonna have to be James Bond, GoldenEye. I know it's an old one, but I put many man hours into that, and I was untouchable. My favorite character was Jaws, that great big guy. with the great big, I believe he had 2 AK-47s. Don't bring a friggin' pea shooter to a gunfight.
Emulation isn't a bad word. Now, I know a lot of you guys think that emulation is this big bad thing that's ruining the video game industry, but the fact is, well, it's not. I actually think emulation is keeping the video game industry alive. Think about it this way. A long time ago, when I was a kid, I watched Citizen Kane on TV. Now, Citizen Kane was released in 1941 on celluloid. That's film. And you know what's funny about television? It's not film. It's an analog signal. Over the years, it turned digital, but when I was a kid, it was still analog. Now, let me explain this, because it's really important. Over the years, I've been able to purchase Citizen Kane on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, picture book, a lot of formats. Blu-ray is probably the best way to do it nowadays. But what's so funny about that is, that's technically emulation. It's actually taking the film and kind of modifying it so that you can watch it on a television nowadays. Now, video games are digital. They've been digital since forever because they're video games. And it should have been super easy for us to take really old video games like Snatcher on the Sega CD and, you know, well, play it on modern systems. And mostly with the work of programmers working independently at home, it's not very hard to download an emulator and play classic and impossible to find games. But officially, you'd be hard-pressed to find many worthwhile official emulation packages or software being promoted or even sold by the companies behind some of those classic games. It just makes sense for every major publisher to release their old and hard-to-find games in a modern and hopefully DRM-free emulated method. But Konami, well, they don't do that. And I really would prefer that they did. Because companies like Konami and Nintendo, sometimes they trickle out a couple of games that are really old from the days of yore, and they release them onto modern systems so that we can play them. Sega, really good at this. Sega's pretty much released every single video game they ever made onto new systems like the GameCube and the Wii and the PlayStation 3, and now on the PC. And the reason why they're doing that is because, well, they're broke. Like, the Sega CD was such a good system. I really miss it. I mean, yeah, it had a lot of problems, but Snatcher was such a fantastic game, and having the only version of Snatcher in English be released on the Sega CD, well, it kind of sucks because, well, the Sega CD is old, and the laser diode really doesn't work anymore. And I've got friends, like the camera guy, Nick, you own a Sega CD, does it work anymore? Nope. See? Look at that. How much does that suck? If he had an original copy of Snatcher, and he doesn't have that, but if he did, he wouldn't be able to play it anymore. And that sucks. And I really think the companies should be working a lot harder to make their old systems work for emulation, because guys, you're really not making enough money out of your old anymore.
This segment is Gaming with the Girlfriend. If you don't know, this is where I give you expert advice on how to get your girlfriend to game with you if you're not already lucky enough to have a gamer. Now, I myself am an expert in this zone. I have gamed with many girls over the years. Just kidding, Amanda, only you. This week we're checking out a classic for the Nintendo. I'm talking about Super Mario Bros. 3. Don't be afraid to dust off the Nintendo if you have one. And young kids out there, don't be afraid to pick up a Nintendo. This is where it all began, in a way. Made the gaming industry huge, and Nintendo's never looked back since. Now let me tell you folks, Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System is an absolute classic. It's a gem, and if you got a lady that you're interested in, throw this classic her way, because you guys will be chilling on the couch, going turn for turn. One's Mario, one's Luigi. Gotta save the princess. Find Toadstool all over the way, helping you out, all that good stuff. This is a classic, folks. Not much to say about it, except check out the footage. Look at my boy Tom having a great time with his girlfriend. Super Mario 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a classic, it's a goodie. We all know it, we all love it. Again, if you don't, you need to get smacked. Gaming with the girlfriend, just do this. It'll bring you guys together. You guys will be married and having babies before you know it. Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario, 1, 2, and 3. There's power in numbers. Nintendo, now you're playing with power.
How's it going, everybody? Thanks for watching our show. We love hearing back from our fans. Actually got another VHS tape in from a guy here. His name, Donnie Sutherland. And Donnie's kids watch the show. Kids, keep on watching. And said here if we don't put him on the show that he's going to drive down here and, well, just force violence onto us. We'll just say that. Here we go. Donnie.
I don't know. Is it recording or not? Tom, Reed, thanks for having me on your show. Boys, love what you're doing. The video game show, right on. Okay, could you waste any more time? Only playing. Alright, Tom, Reed, I like what you guys are doing. Good on you. The video game show, sitting on your butts, playing video games. Anyway, you guys wanted me to go over a few things, a few games I like. I get my kids every other weekend. And if they've got all the chores done, all the wood cut, everything's ready to go, then they're going to allow to play this for about half hour. That's Game Gear. Only reason I say half hour because it eats the battery life. It takes 6 AA batteries, what a pain in the neck. If you want to go down the route of something you can plug in, obviously that's going to be this. That's black plastic. That's Sega. They were doing that long before PlayStation 3, which is the next one to take over. Me off. Now another thing, if the kids, let's say they've been good, 2 months max, minimum. They're gonna get on this. That's PlayStation 2. I ain't upgrading to PlayStation 3. Why should I? You go see the babysitter. That's what I call it. PlayStation 2 is a babysitter. I don't care if I see the kids once a year. They're not gonna get on this. This one's for Dad. That's an Xbox. Okay, I keep that in my room, keep it locked up. And they pick the lock. And then I give them trouble. And then they say, well, we're going back to Mom's. I say, you go ahead. She doesn't have a Game Gear. Or Sega. She's seeing a new guy anyway. Rick. Thanks for having me on the show, Reed and Tom. Love what you guys are doing, okay? Keep it up, okay? Until you guys find something better to do on Sundays, then keep doing this cute little video game show. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome back. Now that you're nice and stretched, we're gonna get into our game. Little bit of swordplay here. Let's do it. Wii games. Boom! Bang! Bing! 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 Bang! See right there, I was working out my Vortex, my Cortex, my Flexor, and my Flex Ambassador. Right there, you want to work out these. Those are all your fingers right there. I've seen a lot of guys lose fingers in this game. It's good to keep these guys worked out. Stay tuned. Round 2. Let's go. I'm going to give this guy a shot. Hit me. Hit me once and see what happens. Oh! That's how we do it right there. See there, I was working out my wrist muscle. I like to call it the Indula Omblon, you don't know what you're messing with. And I knocked the guy right off the pier. So that's 2 for me, I won. Thank you for watching Swordplay. Stay tuned for the cool down. I'm gonna show you how to cool down after having such a rigorous exercise. Stay tuned.
I'm afraid of people who own guns, mainly hunters. I'm not saying all hunters are dumb, I'm just saying all dumb people hunt.
I got into stand-up comedy 10 years ago. I started with the Humber College comedy program. I went and did that, and I did my first show ever at Yuck Yucks, and it was just something that I always wanted to do.
People say, oh no, it's not hunters that are responsible for gun violence, it's not hunters, it's the video games, it's the video games. 2 words, duck hunt. The original first-person shooter game. Are you willing to tell me that that game never made you want to act more violent? Are you kidding me? How many times are you playing Duck Hunt? You miss the duck, the dog pops up on the screen and starts laughing at you. What's the first thing you do? You try and kill that goddamn dog!
Favorite video game? NHL 93 for Sega Genesis. Bob Probert, rated 100 for fighting. Ty Domi, rated 100 for fighting. Love those guys. That was back during their huge rivalry, and you know, anytime you get a chance to put a few lickings on Ty Domi as Bob Probert, make him bleed, always felt good.
Even to this day, that game still incites violence, and I'll give you an example. My buddy, he's got a kid, he's 7 years old, his name's Devon. Devon's a little puke, right? And he drops Devon off at my house, and Devon's spoiled. He's got Nintendo Wii, so he's used to all these games. But all I have is the original Nintendo, so I thought I'd be a good guy and hook it up for him. The kid looks at me, he goes, "This is totally gonna be lame." I said, "What are you talking about? Obviously you've never played Duck Hunt before, Devon." So when I opened up the drawer and I took out that big orange gun, and I pistol whipped him.
You know how we do crank games down here. Whoever loses has to call somebody out of the winner's choosing and have a little bit of fun with them on the phone. So it's going to be a good one. Who's going to win? Probably me. Worst game ever. Of course, Reed picked this one.
Oh, exercise mode. Let's do that one, Tom.
Exercise. What are these, jelly beans?
Yeah,
Oh my god, I hate this game.
you love it.
I don't like Tetris either. Oh, look at that. That was pretty good.
Oh my goodness. This game's pretty intense, man. Oh yeah. Oh, Tom, you're struggling over there, buddy.
Come on, baby!
I got this in the bag. I'm a video game prodigy.
You are not.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
Suck up.
Oh man, look. Oh, do you see what's going on my screen?
I won!
Boom goes the dynamite.
You won.
Yeah, your side says, oh no. My side says, all right.
Okay. That was absolutely horrendous. Looks like I lost again. I'll be calling somebody of Reed's choosing. Not very happy about this. This is the 3rd time in a row this has happened to me. And I'm getting a little bit fed up with your bull crap.
I love it. I don't even know who you're going to call yet. I'm running out of people for Tom to call because I'm winning so much. I'm 3-0.
I got the whole friggin' phone book highlighted now when we phoned. So this is going to be terrible.
This is what it's all about, folks. Stay tuned, because Tom's going to call someone, and I guarantee it's going to be funny. We're going to play after the break.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Mom?
Hello?
Mom,
What?
I just finished shooting at Reed's. I was walking out the door and some old bastard drove around and hit me with his car. Reed's gonna take me to the hospital here.
He hit you with his car?
Yeah.
All right, folks, This is Crank Gaming. Tom lost once again. Nothing new there. So today, Tom has to call his lovely mother, Janet, and tell her that he's been injured in an accident of some sort. Let's see where Tom goes with this. Just for a little precursor to what's happening, Tom broke his leg a little while back, and his mom was not happy about that. So she's not going to be happy right now. So yeah, happy Mother's Day, Janet.
I'm actually scared right now.
Here we go. Tom's a terrible son.
Hopefully she doesn't call it out right away. She's pretty smart.
You're going to get
Oh,
grounded.
it's not working. Okay.
Go to your room, Tom. I'm scared.
Hello. Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hello?
Can you put Mom on the phone?
She's in the living room. What do you want?
Just put her on, Shan. Hurry up.
Hang on. Mom, it's Tom. I don't know. What's wrong?
Just put her on, Shannon.
She's coming. What's wrong?
Just put her on.
Okay, I am putting her on, but what's... Hello?
Mom?
Hello?
Mom.
What?
I just finished shooting at Reed's. I was walking out the door and some old bastard drove around and hit me with his car. Reed's gonna take me to the hospital here.
He hit you with his car?
Yeah.
Did you get his license plate number?
I smashed my head off the windshield. I don't feel well, so Reed's taking me down to the hospital right now.
Which hospital?
I don't even know. Which hospital we go to, Reed? He drove off, too. He took off. Reed, did you call the police? Reed's in his car right now. I don't know what's going on. Mom?
How hard did he hit you?
Hey, Mom.
What?
I'm really sick right now, and I hate to tell you this, but you just been crank gamed on Crank Gaming.
That's not even funny. I gotta go. Bye.
All right, Mom. I love you.
So hold that to go.
Yeah.
And this to turn left or right.
Am I chasing somebody?
Yep.
Oops.
You gotta beat them all.
Oh, she's fast.
Oh.
Yeah. See,
I'm
there you
not
go.
driving a car.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There you go. You're going the wrong. You're going backwards.
I'm going back.
Yep. Hold left or right and go right around.
Oh. Now.
Now you went off the side.
Right.
Okay. That wasn't too bad, Phyllis. It's a smoking wreck, but. Ready?
Good.
Good.
What am I looking at?
You gotta click the A here. And this is your car. There you go.
There you go.
You gotta hold A though. That's like your gas pedal.
Is it?
And this is like your steering wheel.
Is it?
Yes, sir. There you go.
Get that wall out of the way.
He's got it.
It's all
Yep, there you go.
left then.
Yeah.
Whoops. Now the other one.
Yep.
Oh dear. My steering wheel's not like this.
There you go. Yep, straighten it out. Not bad, Jeff.
That's it.
Yep. What do you think of it though?
I'm not buying it. That's what I'm saying.